Do you get the guys to regroup?
Just talk to them about what they did wrong and what they did right from last game, and move on. I don't. It's not a whole lot of change from game to game with us throughout the course of the year. So just back to work. Took off yesterday, which was good. Needed that, and back at it today. That's part of being an athlete, part of being a coach, is you have to have a short memory, but with still addressing what you did wrong, little things. I mean, we're a young team, and you have to be able to learn from what you're doing and find a way to not do it again.
With all those new guys, do you talk about going there last year and getting a win in Madison, or do you not talk about that very much?
I mean, we've played them already, so we'll talk more about the first game than last year.
Did you handle this situation similarly to after the Iowa game?
I haven't handled it yet. We took the day off.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's not much of a change. When you have a young team, you have to teach them. So you have to talk to them. I mean, we have to understand that a 30% shooter hit a shot from almost a logo. It's a little bit different than Iowa.
When you talk about the shooting in the first half to the second half, does it get a case where sometimes where guys, obviously, if they have a little bit of success, they just want to keep obviously going that well and maybe trying to balance that a little bit?
I thought early in the second half, yes, it was. We were falling in love with it a little bit. Then the middle part towards the second, it was turnovers and some crucial missed free throws.
Moving forward, as a team that shoots better than the percentages, how do you?
Well, I think we're shooting well recently. I think we're gaining some confidence there. We're missing clearly some crucial free throws, that have cost us some games.
What have you liked in Isaiah's minutes?
Well, I mean, obviously he hit some big shots, but, he's also a couple offensive rebounds that were key. Only a freshman, which is exciting, to play in those big games. Obviously the toughness to step up there and knock down those big shots gave us a big boost in the first half.
Could he get more and maybe see him in the starting lineup? Or
No, starting doesn't matter a whole lot to me, but there's still things he can learn and grow from. Again, I mean, we had one of the best teams in the country beat. They hit a really tough shot. I don't think it's beneficial for us to panic.
Where do you think Isaiah's at defensively?
Plays hard. He's not perfect, but he's a freshman. Sometimes freshmen all of a sudden will do something, but plays very, very hard. Competes, has obvious length.
Marcus had a record-setting night on Wednesday. What have you liked about how he distributes?
Well, what's remarkable about that is, only a sophomore, and has only been in this program, obviously playing for 1 year, sitting out, obviously. But doing that in a season where we haven't hit a lot of shots, pretty impressive, because we talk a lot about assisted jump shots, and he's had some games where a couple of those shots fall. He could have 15 assists instead of 10. So, I mean, obviously, to do that as a sophomore is great, and he's a good player, durable player, tough player, confident player.
How does he balance, because he can score as well as he does, between facilitating and then scoring, especially like maybe down the stretch?
Well, just make the right play. Read the defense, I mean, and he had a couple plays, obviously, in the second half that he'd love back. But again, I mean, we get lost, I think, a little bit in the shuffle of we are a young team, and experience is very, very important, and that's why we always talk about if you could stay old, you got to try to stay old. And certain things happen with us that caused us to get really, really young and inexperienced. So he'll learn from it, but I want him to be aggressive and read that defense.
With Peyton, I know it's probably nothing serious at the end there with his.
He was just cramping up.
Having him on the floor, how important is that?
Yeah, that hurt us. That hurt us when he cramped up. Again, we had to go younger, and we needed him because he was playing well. So it was kind of a bad break at the wrong time.
Now that you've kind of had a day to decompress, do you put the loss squarely on the free throw shooting, or did you kind of identify something else maybe?
Well, you never put one thing on one thing. Yeah, you make free throws, you're probably going to win the game. Yeah, he doesn't make a desperation heave, you're probably going to win the game. But that's not how you evaluate as a coach. Sometimes you get lucky, and hey, you know what? You know the break goes your way. Obviously, it didn't go our way, but I can look at a collection of things. If you're up 16, you could have been up 20. If you're up 8, you could have extended it to 11, or so. But sometimes the ball needs to bounce your way a little bit. But we had opportunities, obviously, down the stretch to hit some key free throws. Didn't, and then he hits a behind the NBA line 3.
Wisconsin's been playing well lately.
Really well. Made 10 threes in the last 5 games. Offensively, very, very confident. You could tell they're kind of clicking right now with that part of it, and they're because they were going through it early offensively, where I think now they're very, very connected and reading and reacting to each other very, very well. I think they've only lost 1 game at home. So obviously that's a challenge. They went into Michigan last night and really controlled it wire to wire. So playing well. Trice was terrific last night. And their bigs are hitting threes and making plays. And then obviously they just got a really good collective toughness about them. And obviously to win at Michigan like that was impressive.
You've discussed, obviously, the NCAA tournament with us numerous of times.
Because you guys have asked.
When it comes to the players, because obviously they read social media, they read different things, do you think any of those home games when obviously the must-win, it got to the point where they were thinking about that needed to win?
Well, I don't think that guys are in the middle of – anyone who's played basketball, I don't think you're normally thinking, I need to make this shot to go to the NCAA tournament. But I think that – they understand that they're big games. What I got to get them to understand is you're a very, very young team and you're being put and thrust into a pressure situation. And how can we handle this thing better? And then constantly teach them, so that moving forward, you can handle it better. And, you're stepping up there to the foul line and it's a big free throw. And, experience helps you there. Especially when you're good free throw shooters, or making the right play down the stretch. So, as difficult as it is, it's a young team, second youngest team in the league. All righty, thank you.